from the moment I was born. Aw, he's so cute. He's got a big ass forehead. That means he has a bright future ahead of him. Here you go, kiddo. Start studying. From the moment I was born, I was burdened with high expectations. Parents, boy do they love us. To death. I love my parents, but you know, my life could have been a lot easier if they weren't breathing down my neck at every conceivable moment. And it's partly my own fault. See, the biggest mistake I ever made was getting good grades in kindergarten. Your boy's a genius. I was not a genius. I was just a little bit faster than the other kids. But this set me up on a life filled with great expectations from people all around me. Society expects way too much from kids. Like from the moment I suddenly gained awareness in the first grade. Whoa. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't know, I just got here. Chill. How did they expect us to know what we wanted to be before we even knew how to wipe our asses? I'm an adult now and I still don't wipe my... Scratch that. I still don't know what I want to be. I prefer not to be homeless. Don't you want to be a teacher? No. Traffic police are cool. Not the ones that give you tickets. The dancing ones. How about a doctor? I don't want to be a doctor. Why? Because, I don't know, I don't want a job. I don't want a job, please. For my parents, school came before anything. Look what I drew. But did you study today? Whomp. They wanted me to be this academic prodigy. In elementary, I had good grades just from paying attention in class, and life was great. Everyone was happy. But as soon as they added these weird symbols and letters, I started losing it. I'll never forget the day I showed my report card to my parents in the 3rd grade. They were disappointed beyond reason. I was ranked 3rd out of almost 40 kids, but they sat there like I was dead last. I had to double check, like, am I 3rd or 33rd? They didn't even look at me. They were disgusted. I mean, sucks for them, because it was downhill from here. Year after year, I would chip away at their vision of this genius kid. I'm trying! Every single conversation we had beyond this point somehow turned into a lecture where they explained to me their detailed expectations. You understand, don't you? I just want you to be a man. Should I take off my pants or do you need a DNA test? One of them's underwhelming. What I mean is, you need to be able to sustain yourself, to support us, and to lead a family. I'm 12! When I was your age, here we go. There were no roads when we went to school. There were no shoes when we went to school. There were no schools when we went to school. What? And it's not just my parents that unload their expectations on me. Every time I meet relatives, they're like, oh, you're still a good kid, right? Yeah? You have good grades? Sure. Top 10, right? Of course you're top 10. We always knew because you got a big forehead. Huh? Feel like I've heard this somewhere before. So what master's degree are you thinking? Master's degree? What? I haven't even got a degree yet. People make life a lot more stressful than it should be. But I don't make it any easier on myself as well. Because I'm constantly thinking, I should have figured out my life by now. I gotta lock in this semester. Also, I need to get a girlfriend. And I need to get more gold to upgrade my air defense. You can't do both. My parents just want me to go to college and collect all the degrees like Pokemon, preferably until I'm dead. But this is in the 90s where you could mess around in college, get a degree and get a job, and buy a house with some spare change. It was much simpler back then. So I get why my parents want me to follow this path. But that ain't it no more. Not everyone with a degree will succeed in life. Back then, a degree guaranteed you a job. Now, it guarantees that your parents will pressure you to get a master's degree. And it's hard when I see kids younger than me making bank left and right. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to add more school. It's slowing me down. But even though I felt this way, I worked hard on getting A's and B pluses. Because I've been brainwashed to think that everyone will get gonorrhea if I don't. I'm not telling anyone to drop out, but I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being judged based on the color of my grades. I'm tired of mindlessly crowding my brain with random knowledge. I'm just saying, we humans need some space to grow on our own. So I'm taking a gap here to figure things out and grow as a person. Questions? I'll put a gap in your ass. There's no time for you to think. You're wasting your life. Gap year is for white people. But I'm not a kid anymore. Even though my parents expect me to be productive, whether it's more school, a job, or that's it. I need to make the decision. But it's stressful, and the expectations just add fuel to the fire. Being told so many times that you're destined for big things is crippling. Not because it sets you up for failure, but because it makes you afraid of failure. How can I start anything when I'm afraid? How do I take risks? When do I find my own purpose? What if I want a simple life? What if I want to go into some random forest, eat fishes, and shit in the bushes? What if I want to be a YouTuber? You should be a comedian. Right now, I'm at the age where I see friends doing what they like and having careers. My mom is saying things like, I can't wait to see you get married and have kids. You're lucky if I don't implode by tomorrow. I could try to move out and live on my own terms, but that's a one-way ticket to homelessness. Besides, there's no subway where I live to pay me minimum wage. And in this economy, renting is unthinkable anyways. But what can you do? We gotta play with the cards we're dealt with. At the end of the day, people who expect things from you want you to succeed, so don't blame them. But don't be shackled by their vision of what you should be. Instead, you should find your own vision, find your own path. Because guess what? Whatever path you end up choosing, you're still gonna die one day. And so will everybody else. And you'll have bigger problems to deal with then. So live today. Or something, I don't know, it's up to you. Watch this video next, it's pretty good. Also follow me on Instagram. Peace.